Hi there, I'm Child of Bones and I'm a practicing witch. I've been a practicing witch for the last 20 years, and in that time the deity connections that I've formed and the plant spirits and masters that I've had a magical connection with, in that time we've actually produced a product line of magical products called Child of Bones products. And so basically I want to talk to you today about a very specific master presence called Ling, which is just basically an Asian name for a woman. And Ling first introduced herself to me saying that she was a human soul that mastered the human condition. So I guess in a way she's like almost reached demigod status, or that when she was on earth she held the warrior stream enough that she mastered herself. So, or maybe she's an ascended master. You know, those types of admin-y type questions I haven't formulated admittedly with her. Ling I approach as an ascended master or as a demigod or goddess status. She originated on earth, she was a human soul, she went through evolution here and she mastered the human condition. So Ling upholds the warrior female breastplate in war. Okay, so she's a very powerful, strong, empowering presence, one to behold. She is incredibly practical in all her applications. She's the energy that you turn to flee a situation to the safer shores. Okay, so a situation that is can't necessarily be worked through at the time, that it's unsafe to do so, about not sort of sitting and gazing at your navel. This is about being airlifted out of one situation to a safe place to then do the self-work. Okay, so Ling is incredible about her practical application. So she may definitely help you, you know, in a sense, help yourself to be airlifted out and then to land, and then, you know, where she really becomes on her own really is about that practical application that you need to do. Strong mind, strong body, strong heart. And courage. You know, that's about courage. That's not about not being emotional. It's about having enough courage and bravery that you know how to protect yourself and remove yourself when needed in power struggles or the misuse of power. It's about cultivating self-discipline that leads to self-empowerment. It's not about cultivating self-discipline that leads to, you know, having a compromised life because you've become a control freak. This is about, you know, what suits your signature energy, what suits your constitution. How can you have a consistent basis of practical application that enhances the whole of your life. What Ling's not about is doing a ritual twice a year and thinking that's done and dusted. You're a powerful person, you know. She's about actually, this is a daily basis of well-being, what you choose to put in your mouth, how you exercise, how you think, the thoughts that you do, the situations that you put yourself into. Your day-to-day life is just as important as those rituals with all the regalia and all the fancy stuff and the astrological alignment being perfect. And so she's very much about that, about practical support, self-determination and strength. She also teaches you and raises in your awareness, how do you entrap yourself in situations? If you have that knowledge, then you won't replay it. So it's important. So what I'm going to do today is talk to you about two of the product lines that we've made together, Ling and myself. Okay, and so this brew is based on salt, and it's a specific ingredients. The salt itself won't go off, obviously it's a natural preservative. And what you would use to tap this energy is anything that I've discussed about her power, about self-empowerment, self-discipline, you know, finding balance within power struggles, airlifting yourself out, arriving in a safe shore where you can start the self-work. All of that is under her domain, okay? When I say that she upholds the feminine principles of war, it's about sheltering. It's about removing and sheltering to safety, and then the true work begins. And that, I hope, is explaining some of the domain of magical power that you can work with Ling. So you could sprinkle this under your pillow if you wanted to start a connection with her. You know, and you could say a prayer to her, or you know, start talking to her as you're falling asleep. You could put it around fire. You can bathe in this brew. It's very versatile, this brew. Wear it with you daily, especially if you felt that you're in an imbalanced power struggle and you needed some clarity, or if you wanted some more self-discipline because you weren't very focused. This is a really nice brew to start that process to begin with. Yeah. So the other thing is the power oil. This is specifically for empowerment, and so what this would be the magical river just tapping one aspect, okay? And so what you do with this oil is that you would get some salts in a jar, and you would personalize it with your hair, your fingernails, some elixir of your body, and then you would ritually feed this jar, which is now you, symbolizing you, with Ling's empowerment oil. And this is just riding a stream in her massive river of power. And empowerment is literally for you over 28 days. Take the lid off, a couple of drops in there. It's 28 days every single night. Doesn't matter with my products, you know, what part of the lunar phase that you actually are going to commence this with, but this is really about self-rule. This is when you really, really in earnest to tap this goddess's power about bringing in integration, bringing in the self-tools and self-knowledge to empower yourself with self-knowledge so that you could bring it all together for your well-being. Okay, a lack of focus, a lack of discipline, you know, those types of things. This would be to help ignite that back in there for yourself to start on a road of recovery. So that's what our little oil is about there. So that was Ling, and I hope that you enjoyed that.